Welcome. I'm going to take on two more questions that came from you. And the first question is, how to genuinely forgive people? The question is, why do you need to forgive people? Are you at fault? Are they at fault? So who's making the decision that you are at fault or they are at fault? You forgive someone if someone did something to you. You have to forgive someone who has done something to you. That is the situation, isn't it? Maybe they hurt you. Maybe they disagree with you in a work environment, hurt you in a family environment, in a relationship environment. So you want to forgive someone. Now, to forgive actually is easy because you are the one in control. You can say, I forgive you. It's so easy to do that. But in a relationship, when you understand relationships really deeply, the reason why someone hurt you is because you become vulnerable, you become hurtable, you become a target. So when you become a target, people shoot at you. So when someone does something bad to you, you find it difficult to forgive because you think you're not responsible for their actions. That's why you find it difficult to forgive. But the truth is, by the time someone does something bad to you, a lot already happened. So I want you to think of a situation, all of us. When you come to that point where you need to forgive someone, that means something bad has happened already. The person already affected you. You are part of the equation. There's one person and then there is you. So this person did something to you and therefore you come to a point where you want to forgive that person because you want to move on. The thing is, you can't do that. You don't want to do that because you find it difficult because that person hurt you. Now think about this. There was a time before this when things were going good, yes or no? Because you didn't have the relationship problem with this person all your life, there must have been a time when it was good. Like when you go into a new relationship, everything is good. And then you move on. As your relationship so-called matures, things begin to go bad. Because in the beginning, you come together because of similarities. And then along the way, you identify differences. And you become less and less patient with one another. You included. You think the other person is the only, the party that is wrong. No, it's because of your impatience, because of your looking at differences instead of similarities. Create rift, create disharmony, creates fight. And then you fall out. And so, if you look back from the time it was good, and slowly if you see when it started to go bad, you realize in that early stages, in this infant stages of this relationship going bad, you had a part to play too. Because the person in the beginning was not acting in this way to you. So along the way, because of your vulnerability, because of your impatience, because of your contribution to this seeing things differently, that person begins to react differently. And then, because you didn't put it in check, you didn't correct it, when it was small, it escalates to something bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And sometimes you take a step back, but the other person, because of your vulnerability that has increased, the other person starts to take advantage of you or lose the tolerance and does something to you. So I want you to take note of this. You had a part to play for the way people treat you. It takes two, right? Yeah, it takes two. So for one person to react in a certain way, you must have made yourself vulnerable in some ways. You must have sort of fueled the fire. That's right. And then by the time it comes to a breakup, you feel the pain. All you can remember is the pain. You never realize that in the infant stages of this relationship or this problem, you contributed to it. I want you to think of that. And when you can think of that, you can begin to take responsibility. When you can take responsibility, and then you can empathize with yourself and also the other person, then you now have the courage, you now have the peace of mind and awareness to say, I am sorry. I must have contributed to this problem. And then from there, there's something more to understand. What if I say that your healing with that person requires you not only to you say, I am sorry or forgive the person, you need to seek forgiveness from the person. Seek forgiveness from the person who hurt you. When you can understand that, all your relationships in the future is going to be awesome. All your relationships that is existing is going to become good.